It's wild how far people will go to prevent others from criticizing a government.
Closer to home, one school is taking steps to keep the peace, but their efforts are sparking controversy at the same time.
NBC 10's Jericho Tran is live at Brandeis University, where school leadership is eliminating at least one pro-Palestinian group. Jericho?
Well, this has been a hot button issue at campuses throughout the country. But here at Brandeis University, some students say this decision actually makes them feel safer, while others say this is taking a stab at free speech. I got the chance to speak to the SJP campus chapter president here at Brandeis University. She wanted to remain anonymous, but here's what she had to say.
And so SJP being banned is basically saying that Palestinian students do not matter and shouldn't even be at Brandeis.
Earlier this week, leaders for the Brandeis Students Justice for Palestine group received a notice saying they would no longer receive funding or permits to hold activities on campus.
But we never got a heads up that we were being investigated, or we never met with anybody about the whole issue.
The letter was sent out by Student Affairs.
I was heartbroken.
But students around the campus have applauded the school's president, Ron Leibowitz, for the decision.
He took a step that no other university president has taken to get rid of all clubs on campus that support terrorist group Hamas.
The university issued a...
This is such a false connection. Just because you support innocent people not being killed by a government doesn't mean a terrorist group. You can be in support of, kids not dying without having to support terrorist groups in the area, because those two things don't connect.
Statement to NBC 10 Boston saying national SJP has called on its chapters to engage in conduct that supports Hamas in its call for the elimination of the only Jewish state in the world and its people. Such expression is not protected by Brandeis's principles of free speech.
It's terrifying to know that there's students that are willing to say that they stand with a terrorist organization.
The announcement came on the same day SJP planned to host a vigil for the martyrs in Gaza.
I think it sets a really dangerous precedent that the administration can choose pretty much at its own will whether or not to allow clubs to exist on campus.
Jewish students around the country are...
But did the group that they're banning actually say we support Hamas and what they're doing? Or did they say we support the innocent civilians that have died in Gaza?
are terrified for their personal safety, and I implore every other university president to take the same steps as President Leibowitz.
And you can see that there are students completely on the opposite sides of this. Now, we did learn that SJP filed a petition asking the university to pull their support from Israel in the weeks leading up to the university's decision. And Waltham, Jericho Tran.